The following presentation concerns the process of assessing individuals with autism spectrum disorders for augmentative and alternative communication. Determining which AAC system or combination of systems is most functional for a child with an autism spectrum disorder can be a challenging task. Although several types of AAC, such as manual signs or overall communication, picture exchange or graphic symbols, and voice output communication aids have been shown to be effective, the professional literature does not identify one system as superior to others. Careful analysis of certain characteristics of the individual client is necessary to select the appropriate AAC intervention, which will have a considerable long-term impact on the individual. According to the best available professional literature, the following considerations have been identified. Motor skills. AAC success is largely dependent on the individual's motor abilities in relation to the operational demands of the AAC systems being used. For example, manual signs versus picture exchange. Sensory variables. Sensory differences are common symptoms of autism spectrum disorders and should be considered during the process of AAC system selection. Joint attention. Sensory functioning, specifically visual spatial skills, may be negatively impacted by the individual's inability to engage in joint attention. In turn, this may affect which AAC systems are more or less functional for that individual. Cognitive and intellectual capacities. Cognitive variability will affect AAC acquisition and maintenance. Iconicity. An AAC system's iconic representations, typically viewed as a hierarchy, should be commensurate with the individual's capacity to recognize and understand them. Iconicity has been linked with cognitive functioning. Writing and literacy. The client's writing and literacy skills should play an important role in AAC system selection. Instructional techniques. Due to variability in the ways individuals with ASD learn, different instructional techniques should be applied to identify which methods best facilitate AAC acquisition and maintenance. User AAC preference. Some research has shown that individuals with developmental disabilities exhibit a natural preference for specific AAC systems, which may positively impact acquisition and maintenance. Assessment should therefore include evaluation of any such preferences. A multimodal conditional approach. A multimodal AAC approach in which different systems are used under different environmental circumstances offers individuals with ASD the potential for more functional communication in naturalistic settings. The potential for a multimodal conditional approach should be considered during the process of assessment. Communication barriers. Successful communication is contingent on the minimization of barriers to communication. This includes both access and opportunity barriers. Access barriers refer to obstacles for the AAC user that relate to that AAC user's own skills or attitudes. Opportunity barriers refer to obstacles for the AAC user imposed by other people. A detailed analysis of the individual's current and future communication needs should be done. This includes, but is not limited to, ecological inventories, systematic observations, parent and teacher interviews, formal and informal assessments, and communication needs surveys. Family and school environments. Identification of the individual's current and future communication needs in meaningful context is crucial for AAC system selection. Communication relative to same-age peers. The communicative skills of individuals with ASD should be compared with same-age peers in order to identify specific functional deficit areas that may be improved with AAC. This concludes the presentation. Please consult the following resources for additional information.